We are going to study about human activities, chapter number 5. Course kan zo to wangin chapter poimo azwal le mak putam zwalte kan revise ho le dona tuntuma hian chapter number 5 changa question poimo kal thei turang chi kan zer ho don ni ama kan sei to ang khan chapter number 5 hian in mak so mo podona chuwangin tuntuma kan zer ho tur te hi in lo thiam nge nge tur ani. Now, nomadic animal grazing. Nomadic pastoralism is prevalent in desert or semi-desert areas of the world, especially in the areas from Sahara to Gobi Desert inhabited by nomadic tribes. These tribes do not live a settled life, rather they move from one place to another in search of fodder and water. Okay. Nomadic pastoralism kante hi desert semi-desert area Kovela Kaler mun kanti ang si mun chang chang akanin nomadic pastoralism kanti hi an warle abik takin Sahara atanga Gobi Desert thlengin nomadic tribes so hi mu turan amani. Nomadic animal grazing a hian ranvul tu te kha hun nget neilovin tuile ran te na ei tu tha an muna pianga khan an pem ton reng cheni. Nomads are purely dependent on natural vegetation for feeding their animals. In some areas, these nomads migrate seasonally, and this seasonal migration of nomads along with their animal is called transhumance. So ito ang kanin anran vulten e turan mu then turapia nga kanin an pemton china natural vegetation a kanti a kanin nomadic ranvul tu te hi anin khat na se ema hun bik ne ya khanin an pem ton china khang hun bik ne ya pem ton chin an ran rwal te ne na hun bik ne ya pem china kha transhumance an ti chuni. Now characteristics of nomadic pastoralism. Nomadic herding is a subsistence economic activity and nomads migrate from place to place in search of pasture. Okay. So ito ang khan mun khatan nei lo wangin ranina an ei tu ran cho kan ti ang che te le tui an mo na pianga khanin ran vul tu te kha an ran rol te nen khan an pe me chin ni. Animals are completely dependent on natural vegetation, therefore neither fodder crops nor grass is raised by the nomads. Okay. Ran vul tu te kha nomadic tribes kan ti hawa kha natural vegetation thing na thlai na vela khanin aning na te mema an ran ei tur fodder kan ti ang si fodder crops ran chom tur kan ti ang chi te kha e an chi ngai lo ani. Nomads entirely dependent on animal products for their necessities and trade their products against agriculture and other finished products. Ran ka an vul na sa a ran vula khan in hata chuanin an ei tur dang food crops kan ti ang si te ka chu an ran vul an thal chua tang khanin an ran vul tanga chuan mu tang khan ei le in tur food grains kan ti ang chi hawa ka chu an ngai to ve me chene. The number of cattle heads owned by a person is the indicative of his social standing among the nomadic groups. Nomadic groups zinga khan ran vul na sa piang ka ho tu khan ni me chena ran rol nga piang mo ran vul tam piang ka ho tu a khanin nomadic tribes so zinga khanin ho tu khan ni me chene. Different parts of the world have different domestic animals. The desert lands have camels, while the grasslands have sheep. Goats are reared in scrublands. Tundra has the reindeers, while the Tibetan have their wags. Kovel mun shang shang a khanin ranvul po kha chang shang kanaya desert chuanin camel an vula grassland a sheep an vul china chuanin scrubland a hianin goats kel kan ti kha an vul china chuan reindeer si tundra region an vul china Tibet how hianin elks kan ti kha an vul tang pui chini. Different names are given to the nomadic communities in different parts of the world. In the desert of Sahara, they are known as Beduinis in tropical grassland. There are Fulanis in Nigeria and Mosai's in Eastern Africa and in India. Bakarwals and Gujars ke. Un chan chana hianin ranvul tu te hianin ming shan shan neya Sahara Desert chuanin Beduinis anti tropical grassland Nigeria le Eastern Africa chuanin Fulanis le Mosais ti in ko buka India rama chuan ranvul tu te hi Bakarwals kan ti lo le Gujars ti in kan buat chinani. The number of nomadic tribes is declining because expansion of agriculture in the grassland and their employment in industries. In recent decades, change has been brought in the economy and lifestyle of the nomadic community. Attempts are also being made to get the nomadic herders settled permanently. Okay. Nomadic tribes kan ti te hi an claim tial hi achan chu ran tatna tur ram omtikha agriculture practice na atante an manawang le ranvul tu tikha atamzo kha industry an thoka an in le awang khanin ranvul tu nomadic tribes kan ti hi an kaniam tial ani. Now commercial animal grazing. Animal rearing is no longer a primitive occupation. It is done on scientific lines in USA, Denmark, New Zealand and Australia. Animals are reared for meat and milk, and money is earned by selling various animal products. Wool production and meat processing have since developed as major commercial ventures. Commercial animal grazing chuan commercial ani ang hian sumdon atang khanin ran kha anvul china big takin USA, Denmark, New Zealand, Australia ate hianin sumdona atang khanin ran kha anvul na se me mani asa te anute kan tiang chi te kati ang kha an shal china ni an zwa china ni. Now characteristics of commercial animal grazing. Rearing of animals is done on a commercial scale and animal products are sold in the market to earn profit. Ke kansai to angkhan ran an bul chan ber chu sumdon atan an ti a an ran te atanga an mu the sa kan ti ang chi asa kan ti ang chi te anu te kan ti ang chi te kha an shal chen ani poisa sum hailu na atang khan an mang chen ni. The cattle owners no longer move up and down, and the cattle owners no longer move up and down looking out for new pastures. Instead, fodder crops are grown over large areas. Commercial animal grazing hi chuan ranvul tu te kha pem velovin mun ket an neya an rante chomna tur atang khanin pastures. Natural vegetation kan tiang chi kha an man ba ka khan ran e chi thlai kha fodder crops kan tiang chi kha mun zau ta khan an ching tel chini. Hybrid breeds of animals are reared for milk or meat, and great emphasis is laid on disease control and health care of the animals. Kan sai to ang khan ran an vul chan chu sumdon atan an ti ni wangin an ran te pokha an duat the ema an dam lo chang pon dam doi mangten an enkol china tin chumi ba ka chuan ran an vul reng khan ran chi tha le rakha an vul china ni. Grazing is done on large areas extending over hundreds of kilometers, with specific areas open for grazing only so that to avoid overgrazing. Overgrazing vin na tura tang khanin ran vul tu te khan ran tat na mun tura an siam mun zau tak akha kilometer engmo sa zau khanin ran kha an tlat tir chin ni. Commercial animal grazing is practiced in developed countries of the world. For example, Western Canada and US, wild region of South Africa, temperate grassland of Australia and New Zealand, Denmark and Holland. Commercial animal grazing kan te hi developed countries atlang pinan practice china Western Canada le USA ate tin World region South Africa ate Australia le New Zealand temperate grassland le Denmark le Holland ate commercial animal grazing kanti ahi unpracticed train ani. Now sedentary subsistence agriculture. This is more advanced form of subsistence farming in tropical lowlands, where the farming community stays permanently in one spot, unlike shifting cultivation, which is migratory in nature. Okay? Hand implements are used and there is a greater employment of manpower in the fields. Use of draught animals like buffaloes, swines, and horse for farm operations. Okay? This agriculture can support larger population on a permanent basis. Crop rotation is also practiced in some places and greater attention is given to the land and the crop zone. Crops are grown in the cool season and grow throughout the rainy period to be harvested in the dry season. Okay. Subsistence agriculture hi chuanin shifting cultivation ang lovin omhunan beng bela shifting cultivation kha chuanin kumtin an lo nei khan son thren ma se sedentary subsistence agriculture ve thungi chuanin lo nei na mun pakhata khanin thlai kha an ching ngor thren ani chuan lei let tur khanin buffalo swines le horse kan ti te pokha an mangna se mema in mishing cheng tam na mona sedentary subsistence agriculture kan ti hi chun practice train ani thlai kha alo nei na mun pakhata chin char nei shina wang khan lei khan da khun nei nei thina chuwang chuan thlai kha an ching thak thing thina thlai ngai ngor ching lovin thlai kha an ching kwal thina ni chuanin thlai hi cool season ching tanin dry season an sing le thina ni. Now modern agriculture. In recent decades, agriculture has been transformed from primitive subsistence to modern commercial character. Large-scale cultivation of land is done with machines, tractors, thresher, harvester. Okay. There has been a greater use of fertilizer. Irrigation facilities have been extended. Yield per hectare of all the crop is very high because of use of high-yielding varieties of seeds. Huge surplus production enters the trade. Tunhaya hianin agriculture kanti ahi primitive subsistence in commercial character khanin kan transform kan thak tanglam na sa kan inlet na sa manlai hona kan lo nei dan changkang lo tak changkhain nge lo nei dan changkang jok angten ma kha kan lata ni chuanin modern agriculture po hianin large scale cultivation of land kanti internana kanman ruwa manlaya chem kom tu tho kanti ang chi te manga lo kan nei aya khan modern agriculture chuanin kanman roman te khalo changkang to tractor kanti te thresher achil na mo harvester aseng khom na kanti ang chi te machine te sang kha kan mang warna se em ani tin chumi ba ka chuanin thlai kan chin reng chuanin nei khan da kun nei thina khami a kan thlai chen te thata kan lo than chhona tur tan le ra thata kan chwa theina tur tan khanin chemical fertilizer te kan mang warna sa tin thlai kan chin te thal lai po tuya du to ka kan chom thein tur tan khanin irrigation facilities te kha kan mang warna sa ni tin thlai kan chin te alo tharlok theina tur tan khanin high yielding varieties of seeds kan ti ang chi te kha ti ang kha kan lo mang warna se le to ani kan ton tuma tan chuang kan du to kanga next hemi chapter tho hi video pakhata chuan a leng don lova hemi chapter tho hi kan chhun zom le ang. That's all for today.